What if you could travel the world without worrying about your pets back home? In today's video, I'm going to take you through the pros, cons, and my experience using Trusted House Sitters and whether it's worth it for a pet owner and traveler like you. Stay tuned to the end of the video when I go over how I saved $2,000 on dog sitting. Quick intro on me. Hi, I'm Jen, and on this channel, I share tips on how to travel and work from anywhere. Just so you know, all the links that I mentioned in this video will be in the description below. Now let's get into it. What is Trusted House Sitters? First things first, if you've never heard of Trusted House Sitters before, you're not alone. Trusted House Sitters is a membership platform that connects pet owners with verified and reviewed house sitters. For travelers who also love pets, it's a great way to find accommodation in exchange for pet care. Trusted House Sitters has over 220,000 members worldwide, and it's available in over 130 countries. I first found Trusted House Sitters years ago, actually. I was using pet care and boarding for my dog Casper, and I was using Rover for a while. I was even a pet sitter on Rover for a while. But the cost of using Rover was really starting to add up. I spent nearly $1,000 on a trip that I needed to take over Christmas. This was a 2-week trip, and I just knew after that trip I had to find another alternative. My regular sitter for Casper had also just moved apartments, and her landlord no longer allowed dogs, so I knew that I needed to find something else, and that's when I found Trusted House Sitters. So you might be wondering, okay, Jen, that sounds great, but how does all this work? And the first thing you're gonna do is decide what kind of membership plan that you want. You can be a sitter, an owner, or a combination of both on Trusted House Sitters. Then you're gonna decide if you want a basic plan, a standard plan, or a premium annual membership. Of course, you can also just hop on the platform and browse sitters for free, but if you wanna make a booking, you do have to sign up for a membership. For me, I opted for the combined membership because I travel a lot and I'm also a pet parent. So I definitely wanted to find care for my dog Casper and our cat Meow Meow, but I also anticipate traveling a bit, so I wanted to see, and maybe I'll be a sitter as well. When you sign up as a pet parent, you'll take a couple photos of your home, your living space, and you'll create a listing mentioning any details about your stay, the duration that you need a sitter for, and also some information about your pet. In this part of the process, you really want to emphasize anything that's really great about your place or the neighborhood that you're in. For example, I live in a great neighborhood, and so I really emphasize the amount of cafes and walkability and access to public transit that's here. When your listing is live, you'll start receiving applications from pet sitters. This happened super quick for me. I got 5 applications within 24 to 48 hours after I posted my listing. You can look at each sitter's profile, read their reviews, and I really suggest setting up a video call with the small group of sitters that you're interested in getting to know better and going with. You can also use a video call to discuss your expectations and if your pet has any special needs. Like Casper's a pretty high anxiety dog, so I always make sure to communicate that. Then it's decision time. After you've done any video calls that you'd like to have, then you go ahead and extend an offer to a sitter and they accept and you're booked. At that point, you'll be prompted by Trusted House Sitters to create a welcome guide for your sitter that can include every kind of detail that you want. You can share your pet's routines, your pet's feeding schedule, any medications. They'll have everything available in that guide that you create. When your trip gets closer, I suggest tidying up a little bit. You know, you are gonna have someone stay at your place. So what I did, I booked a house cleaner the day before we left, and just so that I could have some peace of mind, make sure everything was tidy and clean. At a minimum, you know, just change your sheets, make sure things have been cleaned, your bathroom is clean. You don't have to go to the lengths of hiring a cleaner like I did, but just, you know, so that someone feels welcome in your home. If your sitter is already in town, you can see if they are open to scheduling a time to meet before the sit so they can meet your pets and ask any questions, and that you can show them, you know, how your home works and everything. And that's it. that's how it works. It's pretty seamless. Let me share a little bit about my experience with Trusted House Sitters. I used Trusted House Sitters for the first time this summer. We were going to Santa Rosa, California, which, by the way, I have a video all about that. Go check it out if you haven't seen it yet. And we spent a couple days there, and we had a trusted house sitter come and stay and take care of Casper and Meow Meow. And honestly, I'm just gonna cut to the chase. Trusted House Sitters was amazing. I just can't believe this is such an easy, seamless solution that's so much more cost effective than what I was doing. It was amazing. And let me go over why I like Trusted House Sitters so much. First, it's just really a win-win between a pet parent and a sitter. I get amazing care for Casper and Meow Meow, and my sitter gets the accommodation that they need while they're traveling. It honestly just kind of feels good. It feels like I'm participating in a global exchange, and I get to also meet people from around the world. There's something that's really cool about that. And next, for pet parents like myself, there's just really a lot of peace of mind that comes with knowing that my pets are being taken care of, that they're in good hands, and that they're also in their home where they're most comfortable. I think that makes a really big difference. And lastly, the cost. Honestly, just this year alone, we've already taken enough trips to save money on what I would have spent on Rover. So that's just been a huge perk. I sat down and I looked at my receipts and how much I paid on Rover in 2023, and here's what I found. So in 2023, I used Rover for 5 sits, and some of those trips were just quick 3-day weekends, some were up to 14 days, like I mentioned earlier. And you wanna know what the total cost came to? Drum roll, please. I spent $2,201.71 on Rover in 1 year. Yeah, I know. Compare that to the price of an annual Trusted House Sitters plan. The basic pet parent plan comes in at $149 a year. Are you kidding me? If I had just used Trusted House Sitters last year, I could have saved over $2,000. That's a lot. Like, I literally can't believe how much that is, and I just felt like if you're a pet parent, you should know. So if you want to sign up with my promo code, you can save 25% off as well. My promo code is Jen25, and I'll put that in the description below. This is my little PSA to all the pet owners out there. Trusted House Sitters will save you money that you don't need to spend on pet boarding. There are some frequently asked questions about Trusted House Sitters that I want to go over right now. The first question that I get asked a lot is Trusted House Sitters safe? And the answer to that is yes. Trusted House Sitters is safe. All sitters are required to complete an ID check. And if a sitter is based in the US, they can also have a background check. So you can see that on their profile if this sitter has had a background check. And if you prefer, you can only choose a sitter, opt for a sitter that has a background check if that's what makes you the most comfortable. Plus, you can also read verified reviews, have a video call, and meet up in person before completing your booking with a sitter. How trustworthy is Trusted House Sitters? On Trustpilot, Trusted House Sitters receives a 4.5 out of 5 on Trustpilot, and I'll leave the link to that in the description below so you can check and read those reviews for yourself as well. It's a little bit lower if you just want to be a pet sitter, and that cost is $129 a year at the time of recording. You can also opt for a combined membership, which is a little bit more because you get both, and that's what I personally opted for. Is Trusted House Sitters worth it? Absolutely, yes. If you can't tell already, I'm a little bit obsessed with Trusted House Sitters. For me, leaving my dog while I'm traveling is not easy. It's hard. I miss him a lot, but it helps me knowing that someone is at home caring for him, and it's also really a lot less stressful financially to have someone stay there, especially if I'm leaving on an extended trip. So all in all, Trusted House Sitters is seriously a game changer. I think it's so great for pet parents and for travelers alike who loves pets. It really just solves the problem of loving travel, but also loving my pets. So it's really a happy medium that I am so glad that I found. I am already planning on using Trusted House Sitters for an upcoming trip, and that's already booked. So I'm looking forward to having more sitters stay with me and hang out with my Casper and little Meow Meow. If you're ready to join Trusted House Sitters, you can use my code JEN25. I'll put the link in the description below. That'll give you 25% off your membership. Thanks again for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more travel tips coming soon.